Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I am Yusra Ghazi, a Master of Theological Studies candidate at Harvard Divinity School and a junior fellow here at the Center for the Study of World Religions. Welcome to our panel this afternoon. Last year, the city of Cambridge reported around 357 individuals who were homeless persons in the Cambridge area, and 46 families, for a total of 485 persons experiencing homelessness in our community. There are a number of organizations that address the needs of the homeless population, and today we will speak to the representatives and hear from the representatives of two initiatives, the Outdoor Church and Cambridge Advocates for a Common Toilet. What makes them distinct is the way in which they are rooted in faith communities. From my experience speaking with these individuals, they are individuals inspired by their faith traditions to serve the homeless. And you may have noticed that the title of this event is Homelessness at Harvard, how helping others can save the world, and I intentionally selected a very provocative title for this event because I myself have been involved in interfaith work for my entire adult life, and I believe that something really important happens when religiously diverse people come together. People inspired by their faith and secular identities come together to impact social issues. And so I actually applied to the Divinity School to study this further. There's a growing set of social science data that tells us that there is something important happening, some bridging and building and bonding that happens when different people come together to address important community needs. And so I hope that we will all take in the perspectives of our panelists today. We will learn about their work and take a closer look at how the faith aspects either hinders or helps the support that they offer to the homeless. We'll start with opening remarks from each of the panelists, and then we'll have conversation for the second half of our time together. And as we prepare to get started, please feel free at any time to have more food. And note that everything that we have here, one of the best things about being a student at the Divinity School is how environmentally conscious everyone is here. So please note that everything that you have are eating with are compostable, except for the cans for soda. So there is a compost bin right next to the door over here, and it's marked so you'll be able to see it. So feel free to compost everything that you have at the end of your meal, and you can toss the aluminum cans in the recycling bin. With that, I'll begin with our introductions. Professor Richard Parker is lecturer in public policy at Harvard Kennedy School of Government and senior fellow of the Shorenstein Center. He's an Oxford-trained economist, and his career before coming to the Kennedy School in '93 included political consulting, journalism. For example, he co-founded the magazine Mother Jones and chairs the editorial board of The Nation, philanthropy. As executive director of two foundations, he donated more than $40 million to social change groups, social entrepreneurship. He grew the environmental group Greenpeace from 2,000 to 600,000 supporters and helped launch People for the American Way and raised over $250 million for some 60 nonprofits. His academic articles appear in numerous academic anthologies and journals, and he writes regularly for magazines and newspapers. He's here today to tell us more about his work with Cambridge Advocates for a Common Toilet. We are also joined by Reverend Thomas Hathaway. He is minister and executive director of the Outdoor Church in Cambridge, and he's an ordained minister in the United Church of Christ. Reverend Hathaway studied linguistic anthropology at St. Lawrence University, and after spending several years in Japan as a high school English teacher, he entered the Master of Divinity program here at the Divinity School in 2008. And during his time here, he served the Outdoor Church as an intern and volunteer and joined their staff in 2011. Last but certainly not least, we have our peer, Zach Kersey. He is a third-year Master of Divinity student at Harvard Divinity School. He is the former music director for the Outdoor Church, the co-web designer for Cambridge ACT with Reverend Hathaway, and pastor at Community United Methodist Church in Brighton. Welcome, panelists.